Well, hello and welcome. Today we are back with our interneting series where we pick something that is trending online and draw some valuable lessons from it. And right now I want to talk about viral content and more specifically, this Hawk Tuah Girl situation. But first, if it's your first time here, welcome. I'm happy you stopped by. On this channel, we focus on critical thinking, wisdom. We share ideas and thoughts on how to be better and do better. Sometimes we're serious, sometimes it'll be silly, but we're always focused on our mission. So if you like content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and also ring the bell to stay updated on all of our latest content. So let's get into it. I said I wanted to talk about viral content because in this, digital age, what goes viral often says a lot about our culture and the values we hold today. And recently there's been a lot of buzz around a video called Hawk Tuah Girl. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly because it's a sound more than words, right? It's blowing up with millions of views and tons of engagement. If you have missed that video or if the topic has not appeared on your timeline, let me officially congratulate you because you are better than us. I repeat, you are better than us. You clearly didn't miss out on anything, so, keep it pushing and don't worry about it. But for the purpose of this channel, we have to, look at stuff like that and draw some lessons. So anyways, that video went viral and the girl in the video is making a sexually explicit joke. It's gaining more and more fame and traction as we speak today. But here's the kicker. The video, the content is just a sexually explicit joke. Nothing more, nothing less. So when I saw the video and compared it to the traction it's gaining, I couldn't help but wonder why. Now, I want to say upfront that there's nothing inherently wrong with having a laugh and enjoying something lighthearted. I don't want to make a big deal about that specific video. I am just using it for an example. It is okay to find humor in things and move on, and it's okay to empty our heads every now and then after a long day at work or a tough day of parenting. It's completely fine to share videos with our friends and family for laughing purposes, so I completely get it. And let's also be clear. It's also okay to make content about sex. Sex is a good thing that was designed by God to be an enjoyable thing, a beautiful part of a marriage between a man and a woman. I just wonder why the filthy sex content always goes viral, but the moral or edifying or informative sex content stays kind of muted. The issue here is the nature of the content in these types of videos. The superficial and low-key immoral videos go viral and they're sensationalized and given so much attention, where again, the moral or edifying videos are kind of boring, right? They're muted and we don't hear about them. So this got me thinking, why does this kind of content go viral so easily? Why do we, as a society, give so much attention to something so, shallow, for the lack of a better word? And meanwhile, like I said, content that is virtuous or intelligent or thought-provoking often gets overlooked, especially by our youth. If that girl had done a video about the latest fascinating book she had read, would she have gotten that much traction? If she uses this new fame to talk about virtuous things, will she keep that attention or immediately lose it? And given the new fame brought by that video, does she even have the incentive to do things differently? Or did she now register, her and many, many other young girls watching, that this is what she must do to get further in life? To gain recognition, validation, attention, and even money, what must she do? Think about it. When was the last time you saw a video on something like deep philosophical ideas or genuine wisdom trending, right? Trending, especially with our youth who are tomorrow's leaders. Because, and here's the point to consider, the comparison between fast, shallow fame and the lack of recognition for truly talented young people, I find fascinating. You know, we see instant viral, sensations gaining massive followings for content that is flashy and sometimes very, very superficial. But none, what about the young artists, the intellectuals that are young, the religious thinkers that are young, regardless of religion, right? Just young religious thinkers, the moral advocates that are young. They often struggle to get the same levels of attention and engagement. It's really a stark contrast, that reflects our current cultural values. I have often seen very, very young, talented people gain no recognition, no attention, and the minute they take their clothes off or publish something filthy, they go viral. It seems, at least to me, like our culture values instant gratification and entertainment over meaningful content. It seems, again, maybe just to me, that we prioritize sensationalism over substance in a clear agenda here. It seems to me like we're being continuously conditioned to seek out what's easy and fun and detrimental to our well-being, really, rather than what's enriching and challenging. Is it just me? Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Now, I want to draw a parallel with some wisdom from the Bible. Again, if you are new here and you are wondering how we just went from Hawk Tuah Girl to the Bible in a heartbeat, well, first of all, surprise. And second of all, I always say, even if you're not religious and especially not Christian, you can always enjoy some wisdom, because wisdom is just wisdom. It's true for everyone, it's true always, and it's true regardless of times. So, just a thought, hear me out. I'm going to read a couple of biblical things, so stay with me because you won't puke, I promise. First, in Romans, we know that it says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." So this is a powerful reminder to just be discerning in what we consume and engage with. Just because something is popular doesn't mean it's good for us. Let me repeat that. Just because something is popular does not mean it's good for us. Then the Bible teaches us to seek wisdom and understanding. It says, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge." And it also says that the fear of the Lord prolongs days, but the years of the wicked shall be shortened. Now, if you have yet to read the book of Proverbs, even if you are not religious, I repeat, even if you are not religious, please take a moment to watch a video I made about it, because I highly encourage you to read that book. And I will repeat again, even if you are not religious at all. But I digress. In today's digital age, it seems we're more inclined to chase after fleeting pleasures and superficial content, and it has consequences down the line, I promise. Lastly, let's not forget Ephesians. I mentioned this in a previous video already, but I'll repeat it here, which says, "For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms." This verse reminds us to be aware, right? Aware of the bigger picture and the unseen forces that influence our world. I will repeat, why does it seem that that specific content always goes viral and is pushed forward, whereas other types of content is muted? So that's an interesting question. Now, what's the takeaway here? Well, It's crucial for us to be mindful of what we consume online. You already knew that. Let's strive to support content that enriches our minds and souls and theirs of our youth, and not just what entertains us in the moment. Remember that being better and doing better starts with what we feed our minds. I have to repeat this to myself every day, too. Let's be a generation that values wisdom over entertainment and substance over sensationalism. Of course, like I said, entertainment is good, entertainment is necessary, but our priorities must be revisited, I guess. And hey, if you're looking for more thought-provoking and enriching content, I guess you're in the right place, right? So always remain aware and vigilant of these trends, understand why they trend and how they might be keeping us distracted and busy with shallow things while bigger issues are at play. Every now and then, force yourself to seek out beautiful content, thought-provoking content, intellectual content, challenging content, different content, especially if you are a younger person. You have so much time ahead of you and so much potential. Don't sell yourself short. Be intentional and be discerning, as it will do you good to have that habit. It will grow easier, you will grow smarter and wiser, and you will have zero regrets for growing wiser over time and not spending too much time in the sensationalism. You will also have better critical thinking skills, which means you will make better decisions, you will do better. Okay, so that's all for me for today. I hope this was of value to you, and as always, share this with someone who needs to hear it, maybe because they're obsessed with that video, maybe because they have been sharing it nonstop, especially the younger crowd. All in all, I hope it's useful for you or someone you know. So thanks for tuning into this episode. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you found it helpful. I'll see you next time.